Yeast infections are so common, especially in certain breeds of dogs where there might be an underlying condition and a compromised immune system. Now, they can occur anywhere on the skin, but particularly in the ears, of course, which is just really an extension of your dog's skin area, along with, of course, internally in the gut. Now, while they are often secondary to other issues which do, of course, need to be addressed, getting on top of yeast can be difficult in many dogs. So having many options for natural treatment is really important. So today, I want to share with you two herbs that maybe you haven't thought about or heard of when it comes to yeast problems. We'll look at how these two herbs can really help your dog overcome yeast and how best to use them. So stay tuned to learn more. Hi there, it's Lyndall Pinchin, Canine Naturopath from Canine Vitality. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's Happy Healthy Dogs. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Please feel free to subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell to be notified for my weekly videos. If you're a regular, welcome back. I always appreciate your support, so thank you again. Now, treating yeast naturally requires effort and consistency. Let's be honest. I love using herbs to help this process as they are so powerful against these types of infections. Now, there are a number of herbs that are really well known as antifungal or anti-yeast agents, including powdarco, garlic, golden seal, echinacea barbary, and so on. But let's look at two less known ones, pomegranate and nigella seeds, which both have very powerful anti-yeast actions. Now, firstly today, let's look at pomegranate. Now, whether it's Malassezhi, skin yeast, or candida yeast internally, this fruit/herb is really powerful against yeast problems. Now, pomegranates, of course, are those vibrant reddish round fruits that are packed with crunchy edible seeds that are known as arils. Now, most people know them as a really refreshing juice to drink, but they're really so much more than this. Now, pomegranates contain a number of compounds that are known to be highly active against yeast as well as other microbes. Now, these compounds include punicalagin, which is found in the peel of pomegranates. Now, this compound is a type of polyphenol that has strong antimicrobial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory properties. In fact, studies have shown that this particular compound is actually stronger than those typical antifungal drugs in both human and animal studies. Now, in addition to this, there's ellagic acid, another potent antioxidant found in pomegranate that's been shown to be able to inhibit fungal growth, along also with tannins and flavonoids, which are both strong antimicrobial agents. And this helps to contribute to pomegranate's ability to fight those infections. So how do these compounds work specifically against yeast? Now, yeast cells contain a fatty layer within them, and the active compounds in pomegranates help to disrupt this layer, which weakens the yeast cell, making it much more difficult for this yeast to maintain its structure, leading to the cell death or inhibition of growth. Now, a second way that these compounds work is that they can inhibit enzymes that the yeast cells need to grow and reproduce. And by blocking these key enzymes, the yeast's ability to spread is really reduced. And really, one of the most significant ways is by breaking down the yeast biofilm. Now, one of the reasons yeast infections, especially those caused by candida, are so persistent and hard to treat is the formation of the biofilm. Now, the biofilm is a thick protective layer that yeast cells form on the surface, such as the mucous membrane, to shield themselves from antifungal treatments, and of course the immune system too. Now, studies have found that pomegranate extracts, particularly that punicalagin and ellagic acid, can interfere with this biofilm formation of the candida. Now, this disruption makes the yeast cells really vulnerable to the body's immune defenses and any sort of antifungal treatment that we're going to use. And of course, pomegranates are a beautiful high antioxidant fruit, which is going to further support your dog's immune system to help fight against any infection. Now, how do you use pomegranate? I like to use it in the fluid extract form, but of course capsules and tablets are available. In the fluid extract, I'd start with 1 drop per kilo of body weight once a day. although this can be increased really depending on your dog's needs. Now, with the tablet or capsule, consider 50 milligrams per kilogram of body weight daily, but once again, start slowly. It's a really safe herb, but of course, every dog is different in their tolerance. Now, give this for maybe 2 to 4 weeks to start with and then reassess, but avoid giving the straight juice as this is a little bit too sugary and can sometimes create digestive upsets in dogs. Now, a second herb today that you might not know about is nigella seed, sometimes also called black seed or black cumin. Now, nigella is a herb that's not often talked about when it comes to yeast infections, but it contains a very powerful compound known as thymoquinone, or TQ for short. Now, TQ has been studied extensively for its action against candida and other forms of yeast infections. How does nigella help with those challenging yeast problems? Well, TQ, in a similar way to those compounds found in pomegranate, firstly helps disrupt that fatty lipid layer known as the yeast cell membrane, weakening the yeast cell and causing damage to the cell wall. Now, yeasts such as candida can actually mutate from a normal yeast cell to what's known as a hyphae form, in which this allows it to become really invasive and really hard to treat. And TQ has been found to inhibit this mutating process, therefore making it much easier to eradicate the yeast. And like pomegranate, the thymoquinone in nigella helps break down that tough outer biofilm, making the yeast cells really much more vulnerable to treatment. Now, along with its specific antifungal properties, of course, nigella helps to reduce gut inflammation, to keep the gut healthy and sort of avoid yeast problems from starting initially, as well as also strengthening and balancing your dog's immune system to help it to fight the yeast and other microbial infections as well. How best to give this? Well, the black seed in the oil form is excellent, an excellent way to use it along with the fluid extract form. Now, in the oil, it can actually be used topically against yeast as well as other parasites like ticks. Start with 1 to 10 drops daily in food if you're going to use it internally, or 1 drop per kilo of body weight daily for the fluid extract. If you're using it topically, you do need to put it into a carrier oil like coconut oil and use it topically on yeast infection areas. Internally, as I said, start with those low, slow doses, because too high a dose on either the oil or the extract can sometimes lead to those gastric digestive upsets. Sometimes it can be a little bit irritating if you're using too much on your dog, but it's a very safe herb similar to pomegranate for any dog. So guys, there's 2 herbs that you may not have known can really be added to your toolkit when you're looking to help treat yeast infections. And as I said, that nigella is an interesting one that you can use topically, and as I said, it's also effective against other skin infections and also as a repellent for things like ticks. So that's really interesting to know as well. Now guys, I hope you found this short video helpful. If you did, please do give it a like and a share. It does help get that content out for other dog owners like you who are looking for solutions for their dog's health naturally. And if you've got a dog that's been suffering with yeast problems, and I know there are many of you out there, consider these 2 herbs. But if you're not sure about them, you want more information, or you'd like to just touch base with me, feel free to reach out on my details below. And of course, I am open for some limited bookings. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, wherever you are in the world today, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to catch up with you next week in another video, but till then, take care. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye for now.